If you bought GitLab at its $77 IPO price, you're probably not feeling so hot right now, but I'm here to tell you there is hope. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Thomas at Powers Capital. Today we're doing part 5 of our 10-part software series using these stocks that you see here. Today we're featuring GitLab. So this is why there's a lot of skepticism among more experienced traders in the line drawing community, let's call it, okay? So your most basic people who read charts and draw trend lines are going to tell you that this is broken out, this is confirmed, and that's not wrong. In this one, if I connect those two, right, that's broken out and that's confirmed, and that's great. But I've got a couple more levels I'm going to look at, and we'll leave those white so you can see the difference. I know that GitLab jumped 9% on its last trading day. In the very near term, we might see it tag this 40 level, a nice even psychological number. Some people will, pick that time to get out. Here are some of the other things that I want to look at. So let's go all the way down to the daily time frame, and you're looking great here. Okay, we're going to look at some levels that I've already annotated on my object tree, one of my favorite features on TradingView. We're going to go back up to the higher time frames and look at the levels that I have pointed out there. Let's go ahead and hide these two for a minute, and we're going to pop this one up. So we connect all these. So you got a little room to run here. We could go to 41.58. There's your 40 level again. So we got a lower one here that it seems to be obeying, creating a wedge. Normally when you have these wedges, it does push it up. But when you go to the lower time frames, you're going to see if you extrapolate this wedge outward until they meet, you will see that we've got a good bit of time before that comes to fruition. So in days, you've got a couple months before you get to the end of this thing, right? And you're already popping to the point where you're about to tag this upper level. Now, look, if GitLab is ready to catch fire, then it'll just go ahead and bust out of here. It's not going to wait, because that's part of what indicates relative strength in these types of charts. It's like, I'm not even going to wait for this thing to close. I'm going to bust out right now, which is what you saw to the downside with Serve Robotics. It broke down, I think, a month or two ahead of schedule, which was not a good sign. This one, if it breaks up ahead of schedule, will be a great sign. But I'm here to tell you, if you look at the monthly time frames and you're drawing these straight lines like this, if you're looking at higher time frames and you're drawing lines that look like this, then you might want to keep looking for levels too. So there's this that say you could have potentially up to a couple months left. All right, there's also a parallel channel that it has obeyed. And I'm going to clean a few of these up real quick. So here's the parallel channel. And I'm going to draw a fresh one just so you guys can see. And so you've got these, you connect those, right? And now if you go to connect the top of this, you'll notice that back here, it's also been obeying that one. And if you pull here, right? And then you can go back and, obviously you can pull there too. You see, so that's the bottom of this. And then we have essentially, if it hits the top of this parallel channel, Monday, if it comes out swinging, you're into this same resistance level, top of parallel channel. Then you go bottom, you'd hit the bottom of the parallel channel, you'd still be inside the wedge, you'd still be inside your 63 days, and GitLab would be doing what I would perceive to be its normal thing. Now there's yet another, you guys are probably eyeballing the fib retracement over here in my object tree, okay? So if you if you pull a fib from here to here, you're also already knocking on the 618. Now you could wick through the 618 and come back down to the daily. You could make like a topping tail shaped thing, which would make it make sense if that happened, and then we looked back on the fib in retrospect, we'd say, oh, or maybe it makes a full candle and hits this fuchsia or magenta line, and then it would come back down later in the week, and so you'd see a weekly topping tail instead. But my best estimation here would be that, by the way, GitLab and GitHub, not the same company. One's owned by Microsoft and operates as an independent subsidiary. This one is its own company. They have different philosophies. You can Google it. Anyway, again, we're looking at price tagging this $40 level and more than likely, in my eyes, heading back down. One more thing, if you check out the RSI, this is what's called a bearish divergence on your RSI. So here, we can delete those because we got too much stuff going on in this chart already. But that's one sign. Here's your other sign that it's not there yet. Here's your other sign that it's not there yet. And yeah, I mean, if it's feeling froggy, it could even go up and tag the 786 and then before it comes back in. But you would never get a confirmation above this line, right? Also, you'll notice that the 618, I'm pulling the fib from here to here. The 618 is at very close to the $40 mark. All right. And if I pull a fib from here to here, keep that $40 in mind. We've got the 382, which is $39.85 versus $39.49. That's 46 cents away, I think. So long term, I like GitLab. Short term, I'm thinking not so fast. Guys, in summary, while these lines are telling you breakout, one, it hasn't retraced yet. Two, this is only two trend lines. You'll notice what I've been doing throughout this video, I don't use a bunch of indicators at the same time. I go through as many as possible and see how many things I can stack together. Because the more things you can stack together, the more of a level it is. And if you're above that level, it's more support. If you're below that level, it's more resistance. So count the amount of things I've found in this video that will tell you that it's broken out and you're off to the races. And then find the amount of factors in this video that tell you there may be another better buying opportunity. Or we should hold our horses, so to speak. One more thing I would like to point out is moving averages. Looks good here. Go to the weekly. You're approaching the 200 simple up here. And if you go to the monthly, you have just smashed into the 21 EMA, which is the exponential moving average. So, few things to consider. Guys, if you got value out of this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Also, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and the bell so you get notified when we drop these babies on an almost daily basis. Thanks for watching. YouTube thinks you'll like to see that video next, and we'll catch you on the next one.